Good morning, students. This is Nagarajan, Assistant Professor, Department of Visual Communication, Faculty of Arts and Science, Bharat Institute of Higher Education and Research. Today I am going to explain about types of microphone and the polar pattern from television production subject. Now I am going to explain about microphone through this basic diagram. So microphone has diaphragm, moving coil and permanent magnet. Diaphragm is a heart of the microphone. Diaphragm is a movable one. When you produce sound, it moves front and back. Moving coil is attached to the rear side of the diaphragm and also suspended within a magnetic field. So when you produce sound, the vibration of air molecules falls on the diaphragm. So diaphragm moves front and back. As moving coil is attached to the rear side of the diaphragm, it also moves and cuts the magnetic field. If moving coil cuts the magnetic field, the sound signal is converted into electrical sound signal. After converting, it can be carried through the cable. A microphone converts sound into a small electrical current. Sound waves hit a diaphragm that vibrates, moving coil moves and cuts the magnetic field. So the sound signal is converted into electrical sound signal. Types of microphone. So there are 5 types in microphone. Dynamic microphone, ribbon microphone, condenser microphone, carbon microphone and crystal microphone. So what is dynamic microphone? So dynamic microphone has diaphragm, moving coil and magnet tube. So when you produce sound in front side of the diaphragm, the vibration of air molecules falls on the diaphragm. So diaphragm moves front and back. So moving coil is attached to the rear side of the diaphragm and also suspended within a magnetic field. So when diaphragm moves, moving coil also moves and cuts the magnetic field. So the sound signal is converted into electrical sound signal. After converting, it can be carried through the cable and is connected to the amplifier. So amplifier is used to amplify the sound signal, which means we can reduce or raise the volume. So output of the microphone is very low, so we need amplifier to raise the output level. Then the output of the amplifier is connected to the speaker. Speaker is used to convert electrical sound signal into acoustic energy or sound signal. It consists of coil of thin wire wound on a cylindrical tube which is attached with light disc. The light disc is known as diaphragm. The assembly of coil and tube is placed along the axis of a permanent magnet. Due to its construction and working, it's also known as moving coil microphone. It's used as handheld microphone by singers and speakers where ruggedness is desired. So dynamic microphone construction and working. When person speaks in front of diaphragm, it makes coil and tube assembly to move in and out. Due to this vibrational movement in the circular gap between the poles of permanent magnet, electromagnetic induction occurs. This creates small alternating current in the wire. This results into AC voltage across the coil. The voltage is amplified using amplifier and fed to the speaker to reproduce as amplified sound. Benefits or advantages of dynamic microphone or moving coil microphone. Following are the benefits or advantages of dynamic microphone or moving coil microphone. It's one of the good quality microphone with omnidirectional properties. It's available at affordable cost. It's rugged in construction and can handle high pressure levels. It doesn't require any battery or power source to run. It can convert sound waves over entire audible range to electric current for further use. It's durable, which can withstand lot of volume. It colors the sound in the range between 5 to 10 kHz, which adds clarity, presence and understandability to many vocal and instrument sounds. Drawbacks and disadvantages of dynamic microphone or moving coil microphone. It has poor high frequency response due to inertia of coil, tube and diaphragm and force required to overcome interaction between coil and magnet. Hence, it's not suitable for recording instruments with higher frequencies and harmonics compared to condenser microphone. This microphone type misses many sounds as it requires lot of sound pressure to move the coil. It's not as accurate as condenser microphone. Hence, it cannot be used for in studio film productions. Next, ribbon microphone. This is ribbon microphone diagram. Ribbon microphone has magnet, ribbon and transformer. In this type of a microphone, the magnet is in U shape. Then the ribbon is also called as corrugated sheet. So ribbon is suspended within a magnetic field. In this type of microphone, the corrugated sheet or ribbon is working as a diaphragm and moving coil. Then output of the ribbon microphone is connected in transformer to raise the output. So how this type of microphone is working? So when you produce sound in front side of the microphone, the vibration of air molecules falls on the ribbon, so ribbon moves front and back and cuts the magnetic field. If ribbon cuts the magnetic field, the sound signal is converted into electrical sound signal. After converting, the electrical sound signal is connected to the transformer to raise the output. So this is ribbon microphone, but due to heavy weight, currently it's not used in industry. So ribbon microphone were commonly used in the golden age of radio. In this, instead of using a diaphragm, they employ a thin metal ribbon, allowing them to pick up the velocity of the air. It's suspended within a magnetic field. Due to sound pressure, it moves and cuts the magnetic energy and converts sound into electrical sound signal. This design makes them more sensitive to higher frequencies, but retains a warm vintage voicing. Newer models work well for live multi-instrument recording in venues where the noise level is not loud. They also work great for getting that vintage vibe when recording. Next, condenser microphone. So it's a professional microphone. In this type of microphone, there are two plates, back plate and the stationary plate. So usually condenser has capacitance. In this, stationary plate is working as a diaphragm. So when you produce sound in front side of the microphone, the vibration of air molecules falls on the diaphragm. So diaphragm moves according to the vibration of air molecules. If diaphragm moves, the distance between backplate and the diaphragm is varying. So the capacitance also varying. So vibration of air molecules is converted into electrical sound signal. So all the condenser microphone has inbuilt preamplifier. So we have to send external power supply to the condenser microphone. So then only it's working. So that power supply range is 48 volt DC. That is called phantom power. So it's a very high sensitive microphone. In this type of microphone, XLR cable carries both power supply and sound signal. Condenser microphones are the most responsive and the best choice for high fidelity recording. They feature a thin conductive diaphragm that sits close to a metal backplate. This configuration works like a capacitor, where sound pressure vibrates the diaphragm, which creates an electrical charge to produce the audio signal output. The use of capacitance instead of actual moving coil makes these mics ideal for precision recording in the studio. However, condenser microphones are generally more expensive than dynamic microphones and require the use of an external power supply internal batteries or phantom power supplied by a mixer. Next, carbon microphone. This type of microphone has diaphragm, carbon granules, fixed electrode and battery. The carbon microphone is also known as carbon button microphone. It consists of two metal plates separated by granules of carbon. One plate is very thin and faces toward the speaking person, acting as a diaphragm. Sound waves striking the diaphragm cause it to vibrate, exerting a varying pressure on the granules, which in turn changes the electrical resistance between the plates. Higher pressure lowers the resistance as the granules are pushed closer together. A steady direct current is passed between the plates through the granules. The varying resistance results in a modulation of the current, creating a varying electric current that reproduces the varying pressure of the sound wave. In telephony, this undulating current is directly passed through the telephone wires to the central office. In public address system, it's amplified by an audio amplifier. The frequency response of most carbon microphone, however, are limited to a narrow range, and the device produces significant electrical noise. Crystal microphone. Crystal which demonstrate the piezoelectric effect produce voltage when they are deformed. The crystal microphone uses a thin strip of piezoelectric material attached to a diaphragm. So this type of microphone has diaphragm and piezocrystal. The two sides of the crystal acquire opposite charges when the crystal is deflected by the diaphragm. The charges are proportional to the amount of deformation and disappear when the stress on the crystal disappears. The electric output of the crystal microphone is comparatively large, but the frequency response is not comparable to a good dynamic microphone, so they are not serious contenders for the music market. So this is a lapel microphone. Lapel microphone is a small microphone used for a television, theater and public speaking applications in order to allow for hands-free operations. They are most commonly provided with small clips for attaching to the collars, ties or other clothing. The cord may be hidden by cloths. Transmitter kept in a pocket or clipped to a belt are routed directly to the mixer or a recording device. So lapel microphone is a wireless microphone. It has transmitter and receiver. Transmitter is used to transmit a sound signal from one place to another place. So transmitter has oscillator to produce carrier wave. A carrier wave carries sound signal from one place to another place. On the other side, receiver receives the carrier wave and sound signal and separate sound signal and it can be routed to the amplifier and recorder or speaker. Then polar pattern. What is polar pattern and its types? There are 5 types in polar pattern: unidirectional, bidirectional, omnidirectional, and hypercardioid and supercardioid. Unidirectional. The polar plot image shows a typical polar plot response for a unidirectional microphone. The polar plot shows that the microphone has the highest gain when the sound source is directly in front of it, which is shown at the 0° reference point. So unidirectional sensitives only front side of the microphone. In this type of unidirectional 0°, front side is the sensitive area, rear side is no sensitive area. At this 0° point, we can see the gain is 11 dB. Now, as the sound source is rotated so that it's at the sides, the gain of the microphone decreases because it's not as effective at picking up sounds from the sides. As the sound source gets rotated more to the sides toward the rear, the gain drops more and more. And finally, from the rear, the microphone picks up the lowest gain, which in this case is about minus 28 dB. This shows again that unidirectional microphones are most effective at picking up sounds from the front, while it's much less effective. Then bidirectional. In this type of polar pattern, sensitives sound both front and rear side. In this 0°, front side, and 180°, rear side, both are sensitive area. And 90 and 270° are less sensitive area. So bidirectional microphones, it's also called as figure of 8 microphone. So it has microphones that pick up sound well with high sensitivity from the front and back, but poorly or with low sensitivity from the sides. The above illustration shows bidirectional microphone sound pickup pattern. Then omnidirectional. In this type of polar pattern, sensitive sound informations from all the directions, which means it sensitive sounds from 0 to 360°. This type of polar pattern mostly used for chorus recording or group instruments like group violins. An omnidirectional polar pattern picks up sound in a 360° radius. It's equally sensitive to sound at all angles. These microphones are especially well suited for recording acoustic instruments and when recording a wide sound source such as an orchestra and choir. Then hypercardioid. Hypercardioid microphone has a hypercardioid polar pickup pattern. It's most sensitive to an axis sounds with null points at 110° and 250° and a rear lobe of sensitivity. Hypercardioid mics are popular in film due to their high directionality. Then supercardioid. A supercardioid microphone has a very directional supercardioid polar pickup pattern. It's more sensitive to on-axis sounds, with the null points at 127 degree and 233 degree, and a rear lobe of sensitivity. Supercardioid mics are popular in film due to their high directionality. Next, shotgun microphone. A shotgun microphone is a highly directional microphone that must be pointed directly at its target sound source for proper recording. Shotgun microphones use unidirectional microphones to achieve this high beam of concentration on the sound source to record the sound. They pick up sound well when the sound source is directly in front of them, but begin to pick up the sound worse when the sound source is moved to the sides and rear. A shotgun gets its name from the fact that the body of the microphone is shaped like the barrel of a shotgun. And just like a shotgun, the microphone must be aimed or pointed directly at its target source in order to effectively to pick it up. So then a last one, long gun microphone. The long shotgun microphone was especially designed for picking up distant source of sound in best quality. Its very natural sound makes it the ideal choice for major broadcast and sporting events. So we have discussed about the 5 types of microphone. This type of microphone we can classify according to the working principle, and according to the working behavior there are 5 types of polar pattern. So additionally we have discussed lapel microphone, shotgun microphone and long gun microphone. These type of 3 microphones may be dynamic microphone or condenser microphone. So thank you, students.